In this video I'm taking you to the 4 treasures of Hebei province, all different, all special. This one is a bit of a journey and we start in the town of Xingzhou with a fantastic pagoda. The pagoda was completed in 1055 during the Song dynasty. It's 84 meters high, which makes it the tallest pre-modern pagoda anywhere in China. There are some modern ones made of, steel and made with cranes and stuff, but who cares about that? This is 1,000 years old and it's been standing strong for that long. It's had a couple of collapses. There's a picture over there and half of it actually collapsed, like the side of the wall just caved in during the Qing dynasty. So it's had some repairs done, which is standard for something this old. Beautiful building. So the pagoda used to be part of what was called Kaiyuan Temple, which is long gone, but the grounds are still here. It's quite peaceful and nice actually. But there's no other buildings certainly from that time, from the Song dynasty. Just the pagoda survived. Despite being, obviously a very famous building in Hebei, it's been here for a long time, it's well known. I don't think it's very visited, just because there's nothing else really to do here. It's just a little town. That's exactly why I want to come here though. Anyway, let's climb this sucker. Some other important pagodas. This is the Songyue Pagoda in Songshan. I will be going there very soon when I climb that mountain. This is also near Taishan, I believe. I'll be going there in a couple of days. And of course, the greatest of all, in Xi'an, the big Wild Goose Pagoda. And some other things in Yunnan province. Actually, I went there a long time ago. They're also quite wonderful. In fact, the tallest pagoda here was the tallest in China until this was built. All right, let's climb this thing, yeah? It's hot, I'm sweaty, but whatever. You wonder why I took a year-long break from making videos. If you're gonna walk around a pagoda, by the way, in China, do it clockwise, not anti-clockwise. That's the Buddhist way. Got some nice music from the doorman. Some pretty intricate stonework. So yeah, steep steps and low ceilings. Pretty standard for a pagoda in China. Some very nice old murals on the wall. I'm guessing they're from the time of the pagoda, so Song dynasty, 1,000 years ago. Alright, we're getting there. So the pagoda is 11 stories high, but you can only go to the 7th story apparently. So let's keep going. I think this is the 4th. From the top of the pagoda, the views over the town are nice, but there's not a great deal to see. However, worth every single step. So the pagoda actually goes by 2 different names. The Kaiyuan Sutta, which is the Kaiyuan Temple Pagoda. It's a temple that used to be here, used to be part of. And also the Liaodi Pagoda. Liaodi means anticipating the enemy. So 1,000 years ago, this was the real northern extremity of the Song dynasty. North of here was the Liao dynasty under the Khitan people. And there was a big, there was a lot of rivalry between the two and constant fighting. And it was used as a watchtower, which makes sense. It's 84 meters high. And of course, 1,000 years ago, there was nothing else even remotely close to being this big. Pretty interesting stuff. Right, anyway, it's time for me to move on to look for another treasure in Hebei province. The second of Hebei's treasures is the Great Bodhisattva of Jianding. This can be found in the Xing temple, and for those of you interested in temple architecture, it doesn't get much more impressive than here. This place was also full of life, an amazing place for people watching.
Alright, so this is Xing Temple in Jianding. It's one of the most famous places in the entire town.
It's regarded as a masterpiece of Song architecture. In fact, there are more Song dynasty buildings here than in any other temple complex in China. It's probably a top 5, maybe even top 3 temple in the whole country. I'm here because it also contains one of Hebei's 4 treasures. Actually, it's in that building right behind me. The Great Bodhisattva is in the largest hall of the temple and cannot be videoed or photographed. It is an astonishing sight. At over 22 meters in height, it fills the room. The bronze statue of Guanyin, known as the Thousand-Armed, Thousand-Eyed Guanyin, was cast in the year 971 during the Song dynasty. If you're in the area, just make the trip. It will not disappoint, I promise you. The rest of Xing Temple is full of fantastic Buddhist art. I spent a couple of hours here and it really might be the best temple I've ever visited anywhere in China. However, we need to move on to our third treasure of Hebei, the oldest of the 4. This is the oldest bridge in China and can be found just south of the provincial capital of Zhaozhou. Hi guys, I'm in Zhao County. It's about 50 kilometers south of Zhaozhou for the next of Hebei's 4 treasures, and it's the oldest one. It's constructed by Li Chun. Reverse that name when you've got my second favourite character in Street Fighter 2, between AD 595 and 605. Makes it pretty old. It's the oldest bridge in China. Hi, by the way. Looking like it was built yesterday, the 60+ metre bridge is elegantly designed and has been the subject of admiration and study for centuries. So behind me, this is the Anji Bridge, or the Zhaozhou Bridge, or the Dashi Bridge. It's got 3 names. So good they named it 3 times. It's the oldest bridge in China. It's been here for 1400 years. It was built between 595 and 605 AD. Well, it feels pretty sturdy. Survived wars, earthquakes, floods. The railings at the side get replaced every now and again, but the basic bridge structure is how it's been. Okay, that's 3 treasures of Hebei down, 1 more to go, and to be honest, it's the one that I'm looking forward to the most, but it's miles away. I'm not going to get there today, no way. The Iron Lion of Xiangzhou is the last of the 4 treasures. Okay, this final treasure of Hebei, we're in Changqian, Tsang County, just outside of the city of Zhangzhou, and we're looking for a lion. Let's go. Found it. So this behind me is the Iron Lion of Xiangzhou. It's almost a Bob Marley song, but not quite. It's the 4th and final treasure of Hebei province, and it's the one that I really was looking forward to seeing this. Obviously, it's a huge iron casting. It's the largest and oldest iron casting anywhere in China, maybe even in the world. It's about 6 meters tall and about 6.5 meters long, and it weighs about 40 tons. It's been here since 953. That was during the 5 dynasties and 10 kingdoms period of China. As you can probably see, it's taken some damage over the last 1,000 years it's been here. Its tail apparently fell off in the Ming dynasty, and it fell over in the 1800s and smashed its face in, as you can see. I think it looks quite cute like that though, personally. So it's got quite a special nickname. It's called the Zhenhai Ho, which roughly translates as like sea guard howler. And it's because a long time ago, this place, Xiangzhou, was actually quite a big and important seaport in China. Now it's about 100 kilometers from the sea. I think that's due to like Yellow River silt, maybe. But it's a long way from the sea now. But it was built and cast with the idea that it would keep tsunamis at bay and hopefully keep the city and sailors safe. Anyway, it's not a seaport anymore. The town we're in now, it's actually a county just outside of the city of Xiangzhou. It's Zhangxian. It's kind of just a little dusty little village. Its old glory has definitely, faded, but this guy is still here. Okay, and in front of the Iron Lion of Xiangzhou is where we'll finish this video. I hope you enjoyed it. It's been a bit of a journey, this one. And if you do have any questions about these places or how to get to them, please just drop me a message in the comments and I'll get back to you. Some of these places are not really on the tourist trail, especially here, so it might not be on everyone's radar. Interesting places though, especially if you like a little bit of history. So I'll see you in the next video. All the best. Take care. Bye bye.